This is the Workos Tactical Flashlight, the TD-11. So this particular flashlight here has a spotlight, a floodlight, IPX rated. It also has a belt clip here, USB-C charging port, weighs 4 ounces, 4.09 ounces actually. It's 133.5 millimeters long, 31 millimeters wide, and 23 millimeters in height. It takes about an hour and a half to fully charge it from zero. I've been using this light for a couple of weeks now just to test it out, and it's actually pretty good. So when I go into it, it has 3 different options right here. It has the spotlight option, which if you press the button, the spotlight option, that's 10 lumens. It actually can go up to 3,000 lumens. That's 3,000 lumens. So you click it once, 10 lumens, and then click it a little bit harder, 3,000. And then it has here eco mode. Eco mode is when you put it in there, it allows you not to click the buttons. So if you put it in your pocket, you're not worried about the flashlight being on all day. Nothing works when eco mode. It just kind of like turns it off. And then it has the regular flashlight mode, which is the 3rd option here. Then you click the button. You got the regular flashlight, 10 lumens. Remember, you click it. The harder you click it, the brighter it gets, up to 3,000 lumens. And then this option here is for the side lights. That's what these are here. And then they have multiple colors. So double click it. You got blue, flashing blue, and then kind of like the police strobe, and then your rainbow, blue again. It's like 9 options. You go through it. It tells you right here how many options. See, it's red, green, the night ride option. That's what I call this. See, it's just 9 options here. So in the front, it tells you what number you're on. And each one of these options, it tells you. So if you click on it, it tells you how long this light will stay on. So this is 3 lumens. You can leave it on here for 63 minutes, 54 seconds. It'll tell you. It gives you a countdown so when the battery dies. And then USB-C charging. Comes with all of that in the box. Like I said, I've been using this light for a couple of weeks now. And it's been holding up. It's very rugged. Fits right in my pocket, right alongside my buck knife, which y'all know I use this all the time. Fits right there with that. So this is my everyday carry. Now this light is by Workos. Workos.com. The link will be in the description below. Check it out. It's one of these nice tactical lights that, it's aluminum construction. Built to last.
Welcome to Rolling with the Rileys.
All right, story time. So I've had the Aventon Adventure M since November. When I first got the bike, put it together, got ready to start filming, it wouldn't shift out of first gear. It wouldn't go past 8 miles per hour no matter what I did. So I contacted customer service to figure out what was going on. I got some nice people over there at customer service at Aventon that sent me another electronic shifter. I put the electronic shifter on, the new one, still wouldn't shift. So I hit them up again. It was like, hey, it's in shifts and videos and everything. This is weeks past, and all of a sudden they tell me, hey, well, we just sent you another bike. So they sent me another bike. A couple of weeks passed, the bike arrived. It was broken. So they actually sent that bike to the bike shop. And the bike shop, they refused to ship me because the bike came damaged. So that's 2 bikes in, an electronic shifter, parts and stuff. Weeks later, still no bike. Now, in January, they sent another one. So we 3 bikes in now. So I got another bike, towards the end of January, request to be sent. That went to the bike shop. So the bike shop finally got the bike, put it together, gave me a call. I went up there and picked it up. So this is no way of me trying to like bash Aventon or anything like that. They did whatever they could to make it right. They have sent $9,000 worth of bikes out just to get this problem fixed. Finally, this third bike I got actually does work. It does shift. I've tested it. I rode it around. I rode around the parking lot of the bike shop. Did a little filming there just to make sure before I left if it was actually working. So we are 3 months into this bike, and I've only rode it probably 2 miles. So you're gonna see in this video me riding the bike, my perspective of this bike. Now, this is not me telling you how to put the bike together. It's not telling you anything about the bike specifically. There's plenty of videos on how to put it together and all of that. What I'm showing you is a real world perspective from someone who has an e-bike, got an e-bike from Aventon, experienced some issues, contacted customer service. They did what they can to make it right, and they finally made it right, and I got the bike here. I've been riding it, like I said, since I got it back from the bike shop. It rides phenomenal. I couldn't get it to go up to 28 miles per hour, but that could be just me. I think the fastest I got it was like 27. It comes as a class 1 e-bike, no throttle, 20 miles per hour. So I did buy a throttle. I put the throttle on there. It does electronically shift. Everything is like a normal e-bike, but this is a smart one. So it'll auto shift, and it has theft deterrent, an integral lock, geo tracking. It's like a bike for this modern generation. So stay tuned, watch the video. All right, so this is me returning the original bike that I got back in November. And on the back of my truck here, I'm taking it to the bike shop so they can send it back. My son is here filming. That's Kason. CJ is filming. Getting the bike off the truck. And of course, with those fender liners or bed liners, it's, a little stuck because they rubber texture grip. It's very, very sticky. So it's a little difficult to get the bike off, but I did eventually get it off of there. All right, so I got the bike off. I'm bringing the old bike to the front of the store. You see, it does work. It's just gonna go over 8 miles per hour or shift. So it's got a 10-speed cassette here. Here's the A100 mid-drive motor. Here's the brains of the operation right there. It has the Shimano Q's derailleur. It has locking and adjustable front forks. One thing about Aventon bikes is that they, look at the wheels. They grind down their wheels and powder coat over them so it looks almost seamless. The seat here has a built-in suspension. So in essence, it has a shock right here and a shock right there for full suspension bike. This rear rack holds 59 pounds. Back here, it has turn signals. These are not brake lights, these are just indicator lights. This is how you lock it. So with the brains, you can lock it within the app and it locks it here. $180mm rotors, SRAM brakes, they are hydraulic. This is the large version of the bike. All right, so it's a class 1, 250 watts, 20 miles per hour e-bike, 36 volts, 400-pound capacity. Max assist speed is 20 miles per hour. The battery is a UL2849 compliant battery. This is the large version. They do also have a regular version as well. It has been an awesome addition to our list here. So today is like 30-something degrees, so that's why I got on all this gear. You know, I got on gloves, I got on jacket. I just wanted to test and see how the battery will be in this type of weather. I have it on auto now. It says I have 38 miles to empty, but I'm also at 80%, so I didn't charge the bike. It's in storage mode. So I just threw it on just to see. I'm going up to the grocery store here. So I got multiple ways of communicating back home. So I have the centers, which my wife has the other one on her helmet, and she's sitting at the house right now. I should be able to communicate with her with this particular one. I also have a radio. There's a cellular and Wi-Fi radio that's built to communicate in case you don't have cellular signal. And I also have my cell phone and my Apple Watch. So all of these have cellular connection. But you know, being out in the wilderness, doing camping stuff, sometimes you don't have cell signal. Sometimes you may not have Wi-Fi signal. It just depends. So I have multiple ways of communicating. So remember, the center has mesh intercom. And then I have another device, which is right here, that you connect. This is the POCLINK. POCLINK. I have this device that allows me to communicate back home. So let me go ahead and, hey, can you hear me?
Volume level 6.
Can you hear me? I'm trying to see if you can hear me. I'm far away from the house now. You should be able to hear me. So it looks like it's not working at the moment. That's why we do these tests, to ensure these things work. It doesn't seem like it's working. It could be a user error. I can just may have to check to see.
If you stand something, repeat it, please.
Okay.
All I'm hearing is wind.
Okay, so it does work. She can hear me. Yeah. She can definitely hear me. I was just testing to see if it worked while I was moving on this bike.
Okay, got you. I heard that. That came through.
All right, so it does work when I'm going, I'm about a mile away from the house and it still works, so that's pretty good. So now let's test and see if this works. Hey, can you hear me on the center? Testing the center, biking 20. Are you able to hear me on the center? All right, so the mesh intercom on the center only works pretty much like in line of sight, that's okay. That's why you had the backup. So as long as y'all can see each other, it should be able to work. So that's a good thing to know. Okay. All right. Well, this is pretty cool. I actually like riding this bike. All the technology, I feel safe. I felt safe before, but I definitely feel a little bit more confident when I'm riding it. All right, so final thoughts. So today, this video was brought to you by, we did a lot of our gear that we take with us when we go on bike rides. So we were sent this thing, which is the Center Bike-'em 20s. You can connect them on your hat. You can connect them on your helmet. Whatever your preference is, it can connect pretty much to anything. They come with different mounting plates. It has mesh intercom. So what that means is you don't necessarily have to connect via Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is a feature on here that allows you to listen to music. It has open ear technology, but the mesh intercom, as long as you can see the person, you should be able to hear the person. It comes right off, just like that. Now, this is pretty solid because every time we're on a ride, especially on a group ride with a family, you have to be able to communicate. So as long as we can see each other, we can hear each other. So me and my wife used it. Open ear technology worked perfectly fine. We got it in white. It does come in black. We have a link to this below, and it have a special code as well so you can get some percentage off. Also, we took this, the POCLINK. So the POCLINK is a Wi-Fi cellular and Bluetooth. It's a walkie-talkie basically, but it allows you to connect when there's no signal. So we carry our phones, but your phone, it's kind of dangerous using your phone while you're riding on a bike. And you don't have to necessarily use this just for your bike. You can use this for like when you're backing up your trailer, which we already have a walkie to back up our trailer with, but we're gonna be replacing with this one. Like my kids don't have cell phones yet. I'm one of them old school parents, they don't have cell phones yet. But they go to band practice. Like my older kid goes to band practice. I may have him take this with him because it's a cellular device that doesn't allow you to text. You don't get on social media and all that stuff, but it's a walkie-talkie. So when he goes in that building and I'm not allowed to be with him, I can communicate with him with this. Over here, it has the connection points. So you connect an earpiece. So we add an earpiece that we can connect into it and allows you to be like hands-free with it. You can call on here, voice calls, but it only calls another device like this. And so you create a group and you put all the devices in the group and it allows you to call. You pick the one out of the group and call. So that's that safety in mind. You can connect to the other device no matter where you were. So I was 2 miles away from the house. No line of sight, trees, buildings, everything, and it's still connected to allow me to talk, which is expected from this device. I like this device. A link of this for this device will be in the description below, along with a coupon code. And we took the Aventon M. I've had it for a couple of days now. I've been riding around with it. It is a very nice bike. The wheels on it is kind of almost seamless. Like the build quality on it is really good. 26 by 4-inch tires. Some of the top quality Shimano gear on it. It got front suspension that's adjustable and lockout. It has a rear suspension built into the seat post, so the seat post bounces, not the seat. There's no rear suspension on the frame. It has a mid-drive motor with 100 Newton meters of torque. That's plenty of power. Now, it's a Class 1 e-bike, 250 watt Class 1. So by standards, it has a sticker on it and everything. You should be legal in pretty much all states. Now, you can unlock the bike to make it a Class 2, Class 3, whatever you want to do. It does not come with a throttle. I personally bought a throttle to put on there because I know how I am. That's how I ride. Sometimes I pedal, sometimes I need a throttle. So it's like a combination bike of like a Rambless and an Adventure 3. So you pretty much can go anywhere. That's what Aventon says. It's one of those go anywhere bikes. Now on Aventon's advertisement, they have the Aventon M. And it says here, range up to 85 miles per hour, Class 1 e-bike, mid-drive 250 watt motor, 750 watt peak, 100 Newton meters of torque, a 400 pound weight capacity. I weigh 250, 6'3", 250, so I'm good. Electronic shifting with auto shift, so it's a smart e-bike. And when I was riding it, it was shifting as it needs to. I need to figure out how to get the shift points to go back down when I stop. Because when you come to a complete stop, if you're in gear 10, it's kind of hard to take off in gear 10, but it's probably something with the cadence, some of the settings. I figured that out. Then it has an anti-theft feature. So it has an alarm and a movement feature and a security feature where you can put passwords and all that stuff. And it also has a built-in lock. It has GPS in it as well. It comes with a 1 year tracker. So 1 year for free tracker. And after that, you pay for it. UL safety battery. It's a 10 amp hour battery. So you should be able to, go anywhere you want to. It's an IoT network as a safety GPS, which is on the back of this card here. It comes with a little toolkit with Allens and Phillips and star heads. Well, Phillips and star, same thing. Flat heads. It comes with that toolkit. It comes from grease. It comes with all the reflectors. It comes with front light. It does have tail lights, but the tail lights are not like on other e-bikes where you press the brakes, it illuminates. It doesn't do that. The tail lights function is just to illuminate and use for turn signals. That's all it is. But the tail lights are built into the frame, which is kind of slick. Now this bike has a price point of $28.99. It's kind of steep, but that price, you get what you pay for. Now I've had e-bikes between $400 all the way up. This is the most expensive one I've ever had. But I can tell the difference between the $400, the $600, the $1,000, the $1,500. I can clearly tell the difference. So I've always been one of those people, buy once, cry once. If you're man enough to go get you one, or woman enough to go get you one of these. This is one of those bikes that once you buy these, you won't need another one. It's got the fat tire capability. It's not as heavy as some of the other bikes. Very, very smooth. I got the large frame one. They also have a regular frame one. And if that's not your style, then remember they have the Rambless. They also have the Adventure 3. just go grab one of those. The Adventure 3 has a rear hub motor. The Ramblers has a mid-drive motor just like this one. Thank you for watching Rolling with the Rileys. Until next time, peace.